Hi, Jan Taylor from Indigo Soul. Today I'm going to talk about space cleansing. I've just written a blog about this, so I'll share the link above as well so you can get a little bit more information. In my blog I talk about space cleansing your whole house or a whole building, and to do it a room at a time. But it's not necessary to do that all the time, to be honest. So if you've just decluttered a room, for instance, or there's been an argument in the house, or even if someone's come to visit, even if it's a really dear friend, you might want to clear the room of their energy after they've gone. And that's because someone else's energy can affect you if they're feeling a bit drained or a bit ill. If you are affected by other people's energies, then that will affect you, and the walls of your house or your room or even your car will always absorb energy, and it stays there unless you clear it. So sometimes if you're feeling a bit drained yourself and you haven't got much energy, or you're feeling a bit down and you just don't know why, it could be the energy in your room. So it's a good reason to do it when you've decluttered or when anyone's been around. Or even if you're feeling a bit low and you haven't got the energy to do your housework. That always happens to me, to be honest. Can't say as I love housework, and for some reason my fairy's disappeared, so I still have to do it, unfortunately. But it is really important to clear your energy, and you can do that whenever you want, really quickly. You don't have to go through the full exercise that I talk about in my blog. I always clear any room that I'm going to do Reiki in, for instance, and I always use either smoke or sound, and the easiest thing to use for smoke is sage. Okay, so you just light the sage. I always have a bowl underneath to catch any bits that fall off, because that can be a bit dangerous if it falls on your carpet or whatever. And then you can just waft that into all four. There's some bits falling off now, as you can see. You can use that to waft into all four corners of your room. In my blog I talk about doing it in circles. That's when you're doing a really good full clearing. You can just waft it in the four corners anyway. You can do it from the bottom to the top if you want to, but I just waft it in all the four corners, and that will work. Okay, you can use incense as well. I tend to light incense and then I use either smoke or sound to clear the energy. I don't usually use both unless I'm doing a sort of a spring cleaning of clearing the energy, if you like, which I tend to do every couple of months or so. It's entirely up to you how often you do it. You will know when you need to do it. Okay, so that's one way with your sage. And if you want some sage, I do actually sell this on my website. I've got sage and lavender and sage and sweetgrass. I think this one's the sage and sweetgrass. Sage can smell, some people don't like the smell of it. It can smell like stale smoke, as though someone's been smoking in the room, but these have got a nice smell to them as well, either lavender or sweetgrass. Okay, right, the other thing I use, which you've probably seen me use before, is my lovely tinctures, and I love these. And this is my favourite thing for clearing the energy in a room. And you just clang them together, like so. When you get a mismatch of sound like that, that means that the energy isn't clear in that area, okay? So you need to just clang them again till you get a clear sound. And what I do with this, as well as doing all four corners, I just intuitively go around the room to any point I feel that needs the energy clearing, and I will just clang them together. Okay. Oops. Another thing you can do as well, if you want to clear the energy, say on a settee or a chair or on the seat in your car, you can actually do that quite quickly as well, just by clanging the tinctures together. Instead of doing them like that, you just hold them in both hands, like so, and then just clang them together, and then just go around in a circle. And you can do that top to bottom in circles on a chair or anything like that. Okay, So that is a really couple of really simple ways to clear the energy in a room. Another thing you can do if the energy is really negative, you can use something like a salt lamp, or you can just use a little plastic pot. And I got these from a pound shop. They come in a pack of just plastic shot glasses, and these are ideal, or a plastic cup is fine. And if you put some salt in there, rock salt if you've got it, but if not, ordinary salt will do, and you can put those in each 4 corners of the room, and that will draw in any negative energy. And I would leave that for about 3 days when you've done the clearing. Okay, so do it as often as you wish. There's no right or wrong rules as to how many times you clear the energy. I clear mine quite often because of doing Reiki every day, and I clear the energy after each client when I'm doing distance Reiki, and also before I send any energy, either group energy or individual energy as well. So that's why I do mine quite a lot. So mine's done quite a few times during the day really, but you don't really need to do it that much. So whenever you feel you need to do it, okay. If you want to know a bit more information, just click on the link above and you can read my blog. Okay, thanks for listening. Happy clearing, and bye for now.